Hello. So, this is just I don't know what it is actually. It's me saying hello to the VC. I've been lurking around for a while, not making videos. I don't really like making videos, to be honest, but maybe I'll get used to it. So, but I thought I would give a quick intro, and this video is also going to be a response video to Dude1973's epic songs. I was thinking about that the last few days, and I thought, right, I think I could go with this one. And here I am. So my name's Beverly, or Bev. I'm from Scotland, the same part of the world as Cloudy and the Rock Scout. And I've been into music, well, pretty much most of my life, really. I'm born in the same year as Vinylizer John, so we're the same age, give or take a month or a day or two. And I got into music initially, well, it was my dad's record collection, in all honesty. Me and my brother grew up within a musical family, and we started listening to what Dad had in his collection, and we were kind of exposed to stuff, you know, all of his, he had lots of party music and compilation albums as well, and he had a whole load of James Last and his orchestra, and they would do covers of the current chart hits of the time, so we had the tapes in the car and we had the LPs in the house, and of course Dad also had chart stuff from the time. And I'm a big guitar fan. I get a guitar fanatic. I play guitar very badly, shall we say. That's the honest thing there. I've lessons on and off throughout the course of my life as well. But I just, aside from playing guitar, I just love guitars. And if I win the lottery, I would have a whole collection, but that's a dream in another world. So I think I must have been about 6 or 7, and I heard this song one day out of Dad's record collection, and it was this one. This is from 1983, and the song is Chance by Big Country. You've probably heard or saw Vinylizer mentioning them on occasion. I know he likes them too. They're from Scotland. They hail from just up the road in Fife, across from where I am. And sadly, the lead singer, main songwriter, Stuart Adamson, he died several years ago as well from alcohol, depression-related issues, as a lot of these talents seem to suffer from. So, Big Country, they're not quite the same as what they used to be back in the day, but this song, when I heard the guitars, it just made me sit up and take notice, and ever since I've had an interest in guitar-based songs, and it grew, and along comes 1986, The Final Countdown, and 1987, Hysteria, Animal, Def Leppard, and Def Leppard became my favourite band at that time. They're not my favourite band anymore, however. That's another story, which I'll maybe talk more about in detail in another one, because I have a whole load of Def Leppard stuff in my collection. Steve Clark, the guitar player and songwriter for that band as well, he died in 1991, and for me, Def Leppard pretty much died then as well. I know not everybody feels that way, but that's how I feel. So it's really the Clark era that I'm interested in from there. yeah, Steve, to this day, is still my guitar hero. As far as I'm concerned, there's nobody better. So that's that. My favourite band today, however, is Iron Maiden. Just love the Maiden. They are just different class. So that's a brief bit about me. I am quite a shy person normally. Once I get going, I can ramble quite a lot, so excuse me if I do ramble. And without further ado, I think I'll crack on at the moment and do the Dude1973 video response. That's Chris over the pond, and the 5 songs I'm picking out for epics. The songs are to be over 6 minutes, and that's fine, yeah. So the first one is Sun King by The Cult, and this is the Cult compilation CD that I have to hand. It's the only Cult album I've got, actually. I do want to get a hold of Sonic Temple, because that's the opening track on Sonic Temple. So Sun King, just a great song. It just, you know, and the guitars, love the sound of the guitars as well, the chunky riffs, the leads. So this clock's in at 6 minutes and 8 seconds. Love that song. Next epic is, and it is Iron Maiden, but I could have easily picked Rime of the Ancient Mariner, because, well, that's, you know, I think that's one of everybody's favourites, but I could have picked quite a few others, but I have gone with For the Greater Good of God from, what is this one? A Matter of Life and Death. Yeah, and sorry about the glare there, it's kind of, I'm just trying to get it because I've got the window up here. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to be my main place of shooting videos. I'm shooting this straight off the computer here at the moment. This album kind of got me back into listening to music and rock and metal, because I kind of had a period in life where music took a back seat, and I think that followed on from the dismal 90s. For me, the 90s, just awful for me, not just music but life related, but when this came out in 2006, I was interested because there was a lot of good talk about it, and I picked it up, and it just reignited the whole passion and flair for music again, and so I started collecting it. This was the first CD I had bought in years, 2006. So, but and I've since gained loads of Maiden stuff on CD. Most of it's the remastered stuff at the moment. I don't have any originals from Iron Maiden at the moment, but that might happen. So, For the Greater Good of God is on here. It's track number 8, and it clocks in at, I've wrote it down, it's actually on here, 9 minutes 24. Absolutely superb track. Again, guitars, amazing. Now, along with Tim Line, I have to put this in, again, because of Steve Clark. Tim's shown it, I'm showing it as well, and it's Gods of War from Hysteria, the epic of the album. Fantastic song, just classic songwriting, just amazing from the introduction, the solos, the riffs, the bridge, everything about the song. Rightly so, I don't think this should have ever been a single. I mean, people say every song could have been a hit, right enough, but no, you need album tracks, and rightly so, this stayed as an album track for me, and it is the best song on the album for me. So that clocks in at 6 minutes 37. The next one I have is from Tesla's album, Psychotic Supper, and it's Steve Clark related, funnily enough. It's Song and Emotion, and this album was, and the song was written in 1991 after Steve died, and because Tesla were one of the support bands on the Hysteria tour, the lads in Tesla got really close to Def Leppard and they love Steve. He's one of their influences. So they wrote the Song and Emotion as a tribute to him, and it actually says on the album under Song and Emotion, to our friend Steve Steeman Clark. And I love the song. It's the best tribute or dedication I have ever come across, I have ever heard for Steve. It blows, a lot of people talk about White Lightning on Adrenalize, but this blows White Lightning out the water. I don't like White Lightning. I don't like the sound of it. I don't like the tone of Phil Collins' guitars. I just don't like it. It's depressing, it's miserable. Song and Emotion, the lyrics relate, it epitomises kind of more of the whole situation Steve was possibly in, and the guitars, you can feel the emotion, and the guitars, they sound raw. It's, Gibson Les Pauls, it's that sound. And I just love the song to bits. And that one is 8 minutes and 32 is the album version. Brilliant. Last but not least at all is from Running Wild. I'm quite new to Running Wild myself actually, but since discovering them probably about a year and a half ago, I'm thinking, how did I manage to miss them? Because they've been around since the early to mid-80s. German power metal, very kind of pirate influenced with their lyrics, etc. There's a song on this album, The Rivalry, and it's called The Ballad of William Kidd. It's track number 7, if you can notice it through the glare. But anyway, it is there. The Ballad of William Kidd is 8 minutes and 43 seconds. And it's just absolutely brilliant. It starts off kind of slow and speeds up. And again, it's just the sound of the guitars. There's this 80s metal sound about it. And it's very energetic. Running Wild there's a lot of energy in their songs, and they just do what they do really well, and I just love them. So I'm still got more of their albums to get as well, and I'm enjoying that so much. So that is my 5 epics. I'm going to try and get, if I can manage, a video done. Now that I've done my first video, things might come easier. Try and get one in for Vinylizer's 800 subs competition, because that's an interesting one, Riffs and Souls. So I'll try and hurry that along soon. Meanwhile, it was good to meet you all. Love everybody's channels. I'm subscribed to loads of you, but there's possibly a few more I haven't got to yet, but I'll get there at some point. So I shall see you soon. Take care for now. Bye bye.